today we're shooting sunsets. That's the plan anyway. I hope, because the sky is overcast, but there is that sliver of hope in the shape of a gap in the clouds. So hopefully that's going to happen. So hopefully we can see the sun through those clouds, because if we do, those are going to be some really nice photos. Let's go. While I'm waiting for that sun to get lower, and I'm trying to find an interesting composition, I want to shoot a long exposure, but I need a nice foreground element. Maybe this log here. Now there's high tide. Last time I was here it was low tide. Low tide is interesting too, but I like high tide, especially for long exposures, because I can smooth out the water. So let's do that. I have a really nice shine on the water from that sun, really nice reflection. That's going to be accentuated also by the long exposure. So let me set up for that long exposure and see what I can come up with. Telephoto zoom to the wide angle zoom. That's what I'm talking about. I have a long exposure going on. I put the polarizer on as well, and I polarize to get rid of the reflections as much as I can, and also create a bit more contrast in the sky. And I put also the ND filter on, a 10 stop, to drag the shutter so I can get a longer exposure. Problem is, I don't think the sun is going to show up anytime soon today, because as you can see, whereabouts the sun is right now, that clearing in the clouds. So typically the clouds blow that way, so that means the clouds are going to cover that section where the sun is going to drop. So unfortunately, I don't think I'm going to be lucky today. Nevertheless, I do have a nice gap in the clouds, and those scattered clouds are going to catch some nice colors once that sun is a bit lower. And also behind me, look at those awesome clouds. That's going to make for a nice frame with these yellow bushes on the bottom of the frame and the clouds at the top. Very nice. So what I did, I set up my camera kind of parallel to the waves, because I want to drag my shutter a little bit for like a fifth of a second, something like that, fifth of a second right now, to catch some more motion blur in the waves. So that's the plan. There's not much color in the sky, so it's not going to be that interesting. So what you can do if your background is boring is get a foreground element, and also play with the angles. Go low with the camera, because then you can create more interesting angles, and it takes away from the boring background. Okay, so I'm going to do just that, just to exemplify a photo that has a boring background, but the foreground is very interesting, and the low angle can accentuate the beauty of the landscape as well. If you don't find the foreground element, you can invent one. I literally took that log from over there and I placed it right here so I can have a foreground element. Do you see this contrast between the yellow plants, flowers, and the sky? That grey, bluish sky? Perfect. So that's what I'm doing right now. I framed up that because I have those beautiful clouds on the sky. I have these yellow bushes here, so they create a beautiful color contrast. But my main interest is those clouds because they're so cool, and actually framed more for the sky than for the ground, because like I said, my interest are the clouds. It's such a beautiful, very beautiful vista over there. What I'm going to do right now is go closer to those bushes and have them right at the bottom of my frame out of focus. So I have just the clouds in focus and the background, and the foreground is going to be out of focus with just yellow bushes. Okay, so let's do that. This is how you photograph a sunless sunset. You just find different subjects to fill your frame with, because look at that sunset is not going to happen today. So now, because I do have these awesome clouds on the opposite side of the sunset, basically to the east, I'm gonna focus on them, literally and metaphorically. So since I have no sunset, I'm gonna hop on the other side of the pier. I'm going to try to find some frames on that side too, because from the other side I cannot see the sunset, but since there is no sunset, then I might as well go on the other side. So let's go. Alright, I changed location. I'm on the other side of the pier, so on that jetty actually. I'm on the left side right now, and I have this grass here, the seagrass, that adds a very nice splash of color to an otherwise very gray atmosphere. So I'm going to use this grass, and also I do have a little bit of color in the clouds, and that's a plus. And of course it's a long exposure, although I don't have the ND filter right now on my camera, and the waves are pretty choppy, and it's still a bit of light outside. I cannot go too low with my shutter speed. My aperture is all the way down, so all the way closed at f22, but my shutter speed I cannot go very low because then I'm going to be overexposed, and I don't have the ND, but I think I'm going to slap the ND on and shoot an even longer exposure. Clouds are just fantastic, man. Those colors are beautiful. That was it for today's video. Short video, how to shoot sunless sunsets. Basically to shoot anything but the sunset. It was awesome to shoot some photos again. That's it for today. I'll catch you in the next one, and take care and be good. Peace.